With that Jersey accent. All right. So let's move it along now. Tim, give me another screen grab. Let's move along to Christian Watson. All right. Christian Watson obviously returned to the field last night, and boy, oh boy, was he on one. Again, just maximizing the opportunities, blocking his ass off. The thing about Christian Watson, man, I don't think you're going to see any fall off. We haven't seen him stretch the field yet, right? I think we would all agree we haven't seen that yet. So I'm excited to see if he's still got that burner speed. But like we had talked about leading up to Christian Watson's return, if you can't go out there and run as much as you want to, he's probably in the background working on his hands, I would imagine. And I'm telling you, man, I do not worry about him catching the football now. Here was Christian Watson, and this was Jordan Love on the run, hitting Christian Watson with 35 seconds left in the third quarter.
Love with a hand signal. The pressure comes. It's picked up. Love to space. Downfield for Watson. He's got it. Christian Watson, welcome back. He's got it at the 7. Flat.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Down there somewhere. Let's go.
Exactly. You could drop that down now, Tim. And then we got a soundbite. Ryan Wood, shout out to him on X. He posted this video over on X on Twitter. And this was Christian Watson on what it was like being a part of a huge night for the Packers. Here we go.
How about Jordan? I mean, 20 straight passes, completed. Pretty incredible.
Yeah, I mean, that's monster stuff. I think that he really took command. I mean, we knew that in the second half we had to go out there and execute a lot better. I think he took the helm and, just led us and put us in a position to make plays. And, that's exactly what we need from him. I think he was definitely huge.
Your catch on the
I love that he's putting the shine back on his quarterback.
Yeah.
That's what's so awesome about Scoot. And we talked about this. Yes, he hasn't been on the field since he tore his ACL last year, Tim. But what you're getting with Scoot, you're getting that leader in the locker room who's helping those receivers behind the scenes. He's able to study the playbook harder and work on his hands while he couldn't really go full speed with the ACL that he tore. And by the way, it is worth mentioning, it was reported that he was clocked at 22 miles per hour this offseason. So he should still have the speed, Tim. But Scoot, man, he's a leader in this locker room. And we got him under contract for the next 2 years to decide, do we want to give him the big money? It's pretty cool.
Back on the field like he never left, right? Because he never did. Christian said it himself. He never took a day off since the injury. That's probably why he's back ahead of schedule after blowing out that knee, and looks like he never missed a beat. What can you say about this man right here, dude? I think he had over 30 snaps. We'll get to the snap counts or something like that. So
it goes 35.
I've never been so happy to be wrong. I was talking about 10 or 15 snaps, let him ease him into the game. Clearly it was, no, he's ready to go. Let's turn him loose and let him play ball. And, this offense just looks more dynamic with Scoot on the field. He really does. It probably lends, a lot of credence to why Tucker had the day that he had. Jordan had the day that he had. It really does. It kind of, the best players make the team better simply just by being available. And then when you see him put it together, blocking guys to the water cooler, catching passes, it looks like he didn't miss any time. It's incredible.
Yeah, to your point, Tim, I mean, that's the type of players that we need and we have built in this organization. You looked at Tucker Kraft said at the end of the season last year, basically said, like, if you're not on board, then get the F out of here. And that's what we got with Jacobs. That's what we got with X. That's what we got with Coop. These guys that literally are saying they're like, we're going to put everything we have on the field. We're going to leave it all there. And if you're not one of those guys and you don't deserve to be on the squad, I think that resonates throughout the whole team, the whole organization, to your point.
Go ahead, Emilio. You got anything on Christian Watson? What do you think of his return, man?
Just an absolute dog. He got 35 snaps, 23 routes, 4 targets, 4 catches, 85 yards, 21.3. He just was absolutely crushing it.
He averaged 21.3?
That's what they have him at.
That's crazy.
I got it for you right here, Emilio. We're on the same page. Yep. I say Christian Watson picking up right where he left off before the ACL. Yep. He was ranked second in the NFL in yards per reception. First game back, 4 targets, 4 catches, averaging 21.3 yards per reception. Go ahead, Emilio.
Literally first play back, basically. He's blocking downfield. I mean, I was trying to say that 2 years ago, and it was the return game of the Pittsburgh game when nobody said he could do anything. He had no hands. He couldn't catch. He couldn't run routes. The man can block, and he's been able to. And what we see today, he can run some routes and he can get open. And I don't think any of that timing really slipped, right? Like with him being out, I think Jordan still kind of knows where he needs to be, and has that feeling for Christian out there. I'm just so happy. And I remember seeing a couple plays too where we shuffled him into the wing and he slipped right through and was able to run a route. I just love that we already incorporating that, and he wasn't afraid, right? I'm coming back from a knee injury. You worry about things here and there. Once I saw that first hit, two dudes, kind of popped him there, and he got right up and kept going. All right, it's game time. I think you get that first one out, all the jitters are gone, and let's go.
For a second there, I thought we were going to see a jet sweep to Scoot.
Right.
Oh, yeah, right.
A little bit of sugar, getting an ID on the defense. Are they in man? Are they in zone? I thought, man, one of these plays, they're just going to hand the ball to him. But what a great game from Christian, man. After missing almost 300 days, almost a year of no live action, and it says something about a player for you to miss that much time and you just pick up right where you left off, like Clayton said. It's amazing.
Yeah. And Jacob, read that comment for me. I'm going to pull something else up real quick. I want to point out, as you read that comment, catch rate over expected plus 44.6% for Christian Watson. That is insane.
That is crazy. Jen Wright with the chat here says Watson was game-changing yesterday, even if his stats don't show it. I would argue that his stats do show it, but I agree with what you're saying there, the sentiment there. With another comment earlier about him setting up blocks, we forgot how much of a difference maker Christian Watson is in the running game, or just even when he has to be out there and run block, he's damn good, man. Block. I mean, he can block. Elio, thank you. He can.
You're welcome, Jacob.
I just thought, like you said, for him to come back and almost like he didn't skip a beat, to Tim's point. It's almost been like he said 300 days or whatever. I did not expect him to come back. In my heart of hearts, I thought this is going to absolutely hurt Scoot. It's not going to be able to for him to just come back and get that same speed, the same twitchiness, the same aggressivity, if you will. But he did, man. He came in and he looked like he hadn't missed a freaking game. I mean, it just is amazing.
And when you look at the contract, this is what's so exciting, right? And this is where you got to tip your cap to Christian Watson for doing this deal. He could have kind of held their feet to the fire and go, no, I'm going to wait and get my big contract. I'm going to hit free agency. Instead, he signs this little extension here. So he's under contract this year. His cap hit is only $3.3 million, guys. Next year, his cap hit jumps to $6.9 million. $6.9 million for his cap hit next year for I think a true number one wide receiver with the way he can stretch the field, the way he can make contested catches, the way he blocks, everything across the board. He does everything you want a receiver to do. And again, when you look at the structure of it, what they did was they tacked on 3 voidable years. When they do that, guys, they're typically setting the skeleton for an extension if everything goes okay. If it don't, then you just move on. So like, let's say he didn't pan out, right? Then next year, what would happen is the dead cap attached will be $4.8 million, and you could just cut bait and you're done. You're right. You're clean cut. Now, if he just plays those 2 years, test free agency, and leaves, you're only on the hook for $3.6 million that will get accelerated from the voidable years in the year 2027. However, they're already thinking, let's get this extension going, boys. And what's cool is, if they were to get him an extension next year and you've already got those voidable years, you could push those down. There's a multitude of ways that you could make this work. He's only 26 years old. So what I would like to see is to get him under contract through the age of 30. If he continues at this rate, there's no reason to think that he won't continue at this rate, seeing that that's his first game back. You would expect that to be the rusty game, right? Yeah. So not the Rusty Hurts game, but the rusty game, you know what I'm saying? So
Rusty Hurts. Oh, man, it's been a minute since we've seen him.
And you got to tip your cap.
He's a good guy.
Yeah, I've heard. You got to tip your cap to Brian Gutekunst for getting this contract done, but more so, I think you tip your cap to Christian Watson for being a team player, coming back early from the injury. He's the guy in there digging out the safeties, digging out the ends, blocking for the running backs, right? He's been a team leader this offseason, working with the young receiving corps. Never missed a beat all year long in terms of the offseason program. He was there every single day. He's just, he's different.
Sure. You look at a receiver the caliber of Scoot, and you would expect him to be a diva. You would expect him to not.
Yeah.
You would expect him to, not show up for mini camp, and you would expect him to. But that's not what we have with Christian Watson. Clearly, this guy is a different breed. I think it runs in the family. I mean, you look at that family; they've got a ton of talent in that family on multiple levels. You can tell it's a testament to how he was raised. Shout out to Mama and Papa Scoot. That's incredible to see an elite wide receiver that is willing to roll up his sleeves, do the dirty work, show up every day, be a team player, take a team-friendly extension, do what you have to do to remain a Packer, rehab a nasty injury, come back ahead of schedule, and immediately have an incredible performance. Scoot is on a level all his own. Honestly, he really is.
Dude, to that point, Papa Scoot, remember when he first, like, it was within minutes of him having that injury, he said he's going to come back. He's going to absolutely put his head down and grind. That's exactly what he did. And to your point, Tim, like the family structure around that, you have to have people in your corner that are going to give you that sort of confidence. And he did everything and did it in a crazy rate. I'm just so excited that he's still on this team, man. And I think that the sky's the limit for this dude. Literally,
I remember in July watching him just run around, with shorts on,
right,
and, running little basic routes, and we got all excited.
Oh, yeah.
And we had that feeling like, oh, maybe he's ahead of schedule. And it's like it's a testament to his work ethic. The guy literally never stopped grinding, even with the injury. I mean, I can imagine that the medical staff and the trainers probably love to work with Scoot, because he follows it, does what he needs to do to get back. And it's amazing that he's, we were talking about Thanksgiving, getting him back for Detroit on Thanksgiving. And it's like, here we are. He's already back playing at a high level and helping us get a win. I love it.
Yeah, definitely. Eric Sutherland says the only person that should be prouder than Christian Watson is Christian himself. This young man is an absolute gem, nothing but humility and dedication. Amen to that, man. So Christian Watson couldn't happen to a better person, man. Absolutely awesome. Hard work pays off, man, for sure. Murphy in the chat says, I love that no one on this team seems to be a diva. I love that we don't have guys doing all these commercials and stuff to play ball. It's so true. It's so true. And again, that when we talk about Packer players, the Packer way, that's what you're looking for in a player, right? You're looking for these guys that they carry themselves different, Emilio.
Yep. To Corey's point, do you know who got the 3 balls for Sunday Night Football, right? Jordan Tucker and Micah. You know who has the last ball now currently? It's Jordan Tucker and Rashawn Gary. Micah handed that Sunday Night Football ball over to Rashawn and said, you deserve that, man.
But he's a locker room.
He's a cancer, Emilio.
He talked about it in his interview. Rashawn said, man, you can tell what kind of person Micah is and what we all put into this and the drive. Micah said he didn't deserve that. He wanted to give it to the man that did deserve it, and that would be number 52.
It's hilarious, too, because when I seen those 3 standing out there, I remember thinking Rashawn Gary should be out there. And it's so cool that Micah recognized that, right? And again, great leaders, what do? They absorb criticism and redistribute praise. That's and what it's just all across the board. You heard Christian Watson. They're talking about him. Great comeback. Now putting the shine back on Jordan. Yep. Jordan putting the shine on his receivers. Tucker putting the shine back on the guys. Man, I do this for you guys, right? Yeah. It ain't about me. I do it for you. It's just we're building a team. We're not collecting talent. So if you're watching this video back later, let us know in the comments what you think about Christian Watson's return. Do you think he's 100%? Do you think he's still maybe holding back a little bit? Do you think he's going to return fully to 2024 Christian Watson, where he really seemed to have turned the corner? Let us know in the comments what you think.
He can block? What? Let us know.
There you go. Let us know in the comments.
No block, no rock.
Hit like, hit subscribe, and click that bell icon so you're notified when we go live here in the future. All right, let's talk a little deep.